Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, giving you a closer look at the Axis Pro knee brace from EVS. All right, so today we're giving you a closer look at the Axis Pro knee brace from EVS. So a couple cool things about EVS that I really like. They've been making knee braces for a very long time. In fact, they will tell you that they made the first motocross specific style knee brace. And also what I like is they have a lot of different knee brace offerings in their lineup, and they all use the TrueMotion 2.0 Hinge technology we'll talk about in a little bit. But what I like about that is it allows riders to get into a quality knee brace depending on your budget. So with the Axis Pro, we'll talk about features and what makes it such a great knee brace. But before that, let's talk about fitment real quick. So remember, with knee braces, it is very important to use the sizing guide on the product page. That way you know exactly what size knee brace you should order. But remember, these are an apparel item, which means that if you get one, if you're not happy with the sizing or the fitment, we want to make sure that you do get the correct size. So send it back to us in brand new unused condition. We give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange to make sure you get that. Now, one thing about fitment that I do want to point out, I think this is important because I actually tried this knee brace on. If you use the sizing guide, they're going to have you take a measurement above the knee and below it, so around the calf and the thigh. So I measure for a size large. However, I have a pretty standard size kneecap, the width of it that is. So according to the sizing guide for them, I'm a size large, but the knee on the size large for me was too wide. I felt like I needed it to be a little bit closer so I was getting good contact points on the lateral and medial side of my knee. They do come with extra pads that you can actually use and put inside the knee here to close that space down. But just something to keep in mind, if you do have larger legs, but you have what you feel is a pretty typical size kneecap, then maybe try going down one size just to make sure you do get the proper fitment. But remember, like I said, it's an apparel item, and that's why we have that apparel exchange. But let's talk about the features of it. So if we talk about the chassis here, so with the Axis Pro, you're going to have a nice rigid chassis, and you're going to notice here that the upper and the lower cuff are made from carbon fiber. So if you look at, say, the Web Pro, which is their flagship knee brace, the entire chassis is their twin wall carbon fiber. It's very rigid. So this chassis is going to have a little bit more flex to it, but I do want to point out that the upper and lower cuffs being carbon fiber, they are pretty stiff. In fact, there's not really hardly any give to these. So another thing that I noticed is when I was putting this on is cinching it down. These aren't going to flex very much and give a lot of contour to the shape of your leg. So just another thing to keep in mind, but they are nice and rigid. So again, you're getting those carbon fiber cuffs in the upper and the lower. If you look at the kneecap protection system, I like it. I like because it's nice and low profile. It's overlapping, so no matter where the brace is, you are going to have full coverage. So I like their design that they have there. If we look at the back, so you've got a 4-strap design, but there's a 5th strap that they call the compression comfort strap. So I do like the straps, okay, nice and comfortable. They do a good job of keeping the brace in place, but that comfort strap is down here at the bottom. You can see it's a little bit wider, and we're going to show you the comfort liner here in just a minute. But the purpose for this strap is, again, just to give a little bit more compression, also just help keep the knee brace in place and help prevent it from migrating on the leg. So I like that they have this extra strap because I know a lot of riders struggle with keeping the knee braces in place. So I like that EVS has put that there. But if you look at it, you can see on the inside there, they call it their shark skin neoprene liner. So it does not absorb moisture. So it doesn't matter how much you sweat inside these knee braces. That's not going to absorb any moisture, which is nice. So it's not going to stink. So if you want to, you could take these knee braces, wash them out, you're going to be good to go. So again, you got the 4-strap, there's your comfort strap. Like I mentioned earlier, inside the knee here, remember it's important you want to have good contact points, and that is again why they have these extra little shims that come included. So these are very easy, just have Velcro on the back, so you just pop them in. You can kind of adjust those to get the proper fitment. So if you feel like it's rubbing kind of weird on the outside or inside of the knee, just move these pads around until you get that to have a nice comfortable fit. But if we talk about the Hinge technology, again, it's TrueMotion 2.0, and like I mentioned, this is the technology that they have in just about all the knee braces that they offer. And what's cool is that they actually designed this around an orthopedic knee brace. So they want this to actually follow the shape or follow the motion of a knee in that natural bending motion. So what's cool is that as you bend this knee brace, what you're actually going to notice, it's small but it's there, is the knee brace will actually bend and follow the anatomically correct position of the knee. So you can see it actually kind of moves forward as a knee brace bends. So it doesn't just pivot and stay in the same location. That pivot point will actually start to move with the knee. So it's really cool that EVS is doing that. Again, it's anatomically following the shape of the knee. And also, you're going to have hyperextension lockouts. So the brace is going to come standard at 0. So that means that your leg is pretty much going to be straight up and down before the knee brace will lock out. But you do have these shims that do come included. So you can go anywhere from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, up to 30 degrees of lockout. So in other words, if you want the knee brace to lock out before it gets straight up and down, you just take these little shims, and you're gonna notice that right here on top of the shim, or excuse me, on top of the hinge, they just actually insert right here in the top. And again, that's gonna stop it. So if you want it 20 degrees, it's gonna lock out a little bit before it gets to straight up and down. So that's just gonna be rider preference. You know, a lot of riders that have maybe had a previous knee injury, they'll want the knee brace to lock out before it gets straight. Me personally, I've never had knee injuries, so I always just keep my knee brace at 0. But again, that's just gonna come down to rider preference. And that is it. That is the EVS Access Pro knee brace. If you guys have any further questions, leave your comments below and we will get those answered. To pick up your set, just click on the link at the end of this video. Remember guys, orders over 75 bucks, ship free. If you want to see other great knee braces that we offer at Rocky Mountain, we even have a knee brace buyer's guide where we go through, show you our top picks and our best selling knee braces that we carry at Rocky Mountain to give you a good starting point. I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain. We'll see you on the trails.